The workout went well. It was a little longer than I anticipated, but it went good. The results were great.
How have you stayed in shape during the last year?
Obviously, I can't stay in game shape without playing games, but I play pickup 3-4 times a week, and that's about it. I'm not one that likes to run on treadmills or anything like that. So if I'm not playing basketball, I'm probably not running.
Who do you play pickup with and when?
Actually, there's some guys, Tim Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, those guys are down in Miami, a bunch of those guys, some overseas players, but just some friends.
How much work do you have to do before you feel like you're ready to go?
I think I could be ready to go full tilt 2-3 weeks. Be ready.
What sparked your decision to return to the NBA?
From day one last year, from the first game on TV, I missed it from then, and it's just the love of the game.
Jason, what do you know about the Magic, and where do you see yourself fitting in?
I know they're a pretty good team, obviously made it to the finals last year, came up a little short, but I just want to come in and help any way I can, whether that be play 20 minutes tonight, 2 minutes tomorrow, whatever I can do to help, I'm ready to do.
What made this situation so attractive to you?
The team, first and foremost, is a good team. My job would be easy if I got the chance to do it. And obviously I've lived here for going on 9 years now, and not having to move my family now, and just being able to stay at home and play ball is what I've always wanted to do.
Do you have any relationships with any of the current Magic players right now?
Not real close relationships, just from playing ball with them and things like that, but nothing personal.
What side of the city is your home on, Jay?
Here in Orlando?
Yeah.
In Windermere.
Okay. You live in Isleworth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For playing in Florida and having the Orlando Magic always in the forefront of your mind, I'm sure once you get out of college, is this now something that you finally are glad that you're here?
I am glad, but it's something I never thought would happen. Because like you said, I've been trying to get here since I was at Florida. But I think things happen for a reason, and I'm just blessed to be here now.
If anything didn't work out with the Magic, were there any other teams that you had a preference for?
I don't even know. It's where I wanted to be, so this is where I'm at.
Who initiated this deal? Was it your side, or did they contact you?
I initiated it back in '98. That's when I started things. But, like I said, I'm just thankful that they're giving me a chance now.
It's a much different team than the one that went to the finals last year, too. I mean, they've had a lot of changeover. Do you feel like it's still the same caliber of squad, though?
It's a different team, but I think the core guys are still here. Obviously, Turk is gone, but, they got, still the core guys that are here, and bringing in some new pieces. And the pieces I think that they brought in are really, if you look at their careers, they're hungry. They want to win, and the guys that are here want to win too. I'm sure they haven't tasted that yet, that championship level, but I think they're just on the right path. The organization, the coaches, and the players all the way down. It's just a no-brainer for me.
You're pretty much the last puzzle piece, for this summer. How do you think you round off the roster?
I don't know. We'll see. Like he said, there's some new guys here, but the core is still here. So the guys that they brought in, the new guys, I just hope we can fit in and just keep it rolling.
How much did you talk to Otis about your experience? You've won a championship. Just how much they're looking for that out of you?
We talked a little bit about that, but I think those guys were just more worried about whether I can still move. Obviously I would have been too. Taking a year off. I'm 33. I would have wanted to see what I could do too before something happened, but. I think my championship experience maybe will rub off a little bit, but I'm not really one to be vocal and try to tell people with my mouth. I just try to just show by my actions. So, but these guys, they don't need my leadership. I don't think they already got it. I'm just here to help.
With Stan Van Gundy here, did that make your decision any easier, or was your preference all along?
It's my preference since '98. But Stan, I think Stan's one of the better coaches in the league. And people criticize him screaming and yelling, but I think that's a good thing. I think if coaches aren't screaming and yelling, I tell kids all the time, they can't really scream and yell at us too much, you know what I mean? But if coaches aren't yelling and screaming at kids, I think there's something wrong, then the coach isn't caring. So I think it's a good thing. I think, like I said, I can't wait to play for Stan again.
Jay, well, when you retired, did you do it with the understanding that it was for keeps, or that the door was kind of still open, that if you got a good opportunity like this, you could come back?
This is nothing like Brett Favre, if that's what you're getting at. I retired under some personal situations, and like I said, from day one, I missed playing ball. My wife was kind of happy that I was home you know, all season, but at the same time she was mad because I was in the back room watching the games all night. But I think, you know, everybody's happy now and we're ready to go.
Is there any lessons that you have learned since retirement to come back now in the game?
The main lesson that I've learned is 3 kids are definitely harder to manage than 2. but it's fun, you know. Nothing on a basketball level that I learned, other than I just missed the game.
Did you watch the finals and see something there, maybe from an analyst type situation that you say, hey, you know, I could help with that?
Well, any game that I watch, I kind of put myself in that situation. If I were out there, what I could do to help the team, but nothing out of the ordinary during the finals. No.
What did you see?
I mean, the Lakers were a good team. You know, I think injuries may have hampered the Magic a little bit last year, but like I said, I think they're just as good a team as they were last year, if not better.
Do you look at this team on paper that you're now on and say, we can get back there?
I'm not one to look at paper, man, because paper doesn't mean anything, you know. I mean, you could average 30 points in this league and then come in this league and not score 2. So paper or anything like that doesn't matter to me. You got to get out there and do it.
Can you talk about your evolution a little bit? Obviously, when you came in the league, flashy, flamboyant, people called you a hot dog. Now you're almost looked at as, hey, the guy's coming out of retirement as a journeyman to help the team. Is that hard for somebody like you?
Man, I don't really pay attention to what you guys write in the papers and what people really think. I mean, because you guys are going to write what you want and people are going to say what they want. I just want to go out and play and have fun, and if throwing behind the back pass is what's going to help my team win, that's what I'm going to do. But if it takes a regular bounce pass, that's what I'll do too. I'm all about winning now.
Do you think you've matured a lot?
I wouldn't say matured. I mean, because I'm still a kid at heart. You know, I still do stupid things sometimes. But like I said, when I'm out on the court, I'm not worried about what people are thinking of my maturity level. I just want to win. And as long as my teammates and coach knows that, that's all that matters.
Jason, you've had the opportunity to play and win with Shaquille O'Neal. Now you're playing with another dominant big man in Dwight Howard. Just talk about some of the similarities in the opportunity.
Well, I think that'll be hard to tell you some similarities because I haven't played with Dwight. Obviously, he's a great player, and it's going to make my job just easy, just like Shaq made it easy. So, but I think there's more talent on this team than we had in Miami when we won the championship as a whole, you know, from 1 to 12. So we'll see.
Was it a tough decision? I mean, deciding to leave the game, was that a tough decision for you, or was something you felt like you needed to do?
It was tough, but what I had to leave for was much more important. So.
Are you scared coming back after a year at all?
Scared?
Just worried that, you know, maybe you lost a step, anything like that?
No.
You've been able to play for a lot of great coaches in your career. Are there any specific things that you've taken from their teachings that you've applied to your game?
Obviously, I listen to all my coaches and try to take in everything, but what stays, that's a different story. You know, I think it's kind of like selective hearing. You know, you choose what you want to keep in. But the one thing that really sticks out is from Hubie Brown. He told me, you know, this might get me in trouble sometimes, might not, but that's how it is. He told me never keep anything inside. You'll get an ulcer, and you don't want an ulcer. So that's about the only thing remember that I'll always remember.
Did the year off help your body just kind of rejuvenate you? And if the team were in a situation where Jameer were to get hurt, could you withstand the load that would be necessary for you to be the starter over?
First of all, Jameer's not going to get hurt. Second of all, I signed a contract to do what they want me to do. If they want me to play, like I said, 30 minutes, I'll do that. If they want me to play 10, I'm ready to do that. So, and obviously the year did help my body a little bit, but my body was feeling good before I took the year off. It just feels great now.
Can you be as good now as you used to be at this age 33?
So I think I can be as good or better because my teammates, look at those guys, how good they are. I think your teammates is what makes you good. So I think there's some pretty good ones out there.
How do you feel your skill set fits with the Magic in terms of what you bring to the table and what they have?
I mean, I love to pass. Dwight Howard loves to score. And he's obviously the focal point of the offense. So if he's open, he's getting the ball, and the rest will be easy. That's kind of how it was when I went to Miami with Dwayne and Shaq. Those guys just make your job so much easier because there's so much attention to them that, you know, don't worry about Jason Williams, you're going to worry about Dwayne Wade, you know? Come on.
Do you have any doubt that this is a good decision for you and your family?
I have no doubt. I think this is the best situation, without a doubt.
How much basket? Sorry.
That's okay. If you
How much basketball did you play in the year off? And who did you play against?
I was just telling these guys, if you weren't late, you would have got the answer, but... no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'd wait for 3 weeks for you to call me.
I didn't have the answers for you. That's why I didn't call. No, I play with Penny and Tim Hardaway, Roger Bell. Some of those guys, a lot of those guys live in Miami. So, I've been playing with those guys. Obviously, I've been playing with Roger and Carlos, and then we're playing in the season. But Penny and Tim and a couple high school kids and some players from overseas I've been playing with.
Is this a one-year deal?
Yes.
How exciting? Obviously, I guess you're still friends and neighbors with Shaq.
Yes.
How exciting is it going to be for you to kind of compete with him for Eastern Conference supremacy?
I mean, it's always fun to compete. I don't think it'd be any fun if you wouldn't be able to ask me that question. If we weren't be able to compete, that wouldn't be very fun. So, I just want to. I wish we could play against the best teams every night.
You said it's a one-year deal. Are you going back into retirement, or are you continuing to stay in the NBA?
I just hope I make it to retirement again. How about that? I'm not thinking that far ahead. I just want to get this season rolling and let everything else take its course.
We all have dreams, Jason. What's your newest dream about now that you're back?
Championship. I think if any player if that's not their ultimate goal or dream, then there's something wrong. Why play?
What do you do for the next 4, 5, 6 weeks before camp starts? Did Stan tell you to do something? Or?
I'm 33. I'm a grown man. I'm going to do whatever, but I don't think I'm going to do what's right for me and for my team. So I don't think Stan doesn't have to tell me. It's I know what to do.
To follow up on Tanya's question, so essentially you retired because your family was over here and your wife was
No, we were all in Miami. I would never. There would never be a city that I went to without my family. First, so wherever I'm at, they're at. But we were in Miami, and the pregnancy just wasn't going smooth. So.
And that's when you said, I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
What's the son or daughter?
She was a daughter. She was Nina. That's our third, yes.
What are your kids' ages?
7, 4, and 3 months. 4 months. 3 months. 4 months.
Everybody remembers the commercial. You still keep up with Randy?
I do. It's kind of tough because he's so busy doing his own thing, but we still talk.
What's he tell you about playing ball?
He just wants a championship now. That's all that's left,
And you do too.
Oh, I want 10 championships, not just one more. But I still think he's the best receiver in the game. I might be a little biased, but.
Is it hard for somebody like you who's been considered one of the best in the league, who's had that flash and pizzazz, to take a secondary role?
No, I don't think it's going to be hard because these guys don't need someone to be in the forefront. They have all that. They just need someone to come in and just fill in the spots.
Was there one element about basketball that you missed most, or one element of being in the NBA that you missed most?
I think so. Just like the camaraderie with the guys. In the locker room. Miss that, joking, teasing one another. You can only tease your wife so much before you get in trouble.
How early last year did you talk to people to try to get back in?
Well, my agent and I he was on me from day one when I told him what I wanted to do. So really from day one he's been trying to get me to change my mind.
Okay.
Do you have any other offers or any other opportunities out there?
I'm with the Magic, man. I'm just happy to be here. Well, that doesn't matter, does it?
Just curious.
I know you are.
Any regrets early in your career that you kind of got the reputation that you did, or did you like that reputation?
Like I said, man, you guys are going to say what you want. If we go out and win, there's really nothing bad you can say. So that's just my main goal, and that didn't bother me what you guys wrote.
Also, how did your family, your children,